It takes me 2 hours every night to wash it, dry it, and then braid it in lots of little braids. And then I have to leave it up from when I braid it in the middle of the night until the next night, right before I go on stage. I take it out a half an hour before. So I either have that little braided look or this. It's one of the two. It's a lot of work.
It's kind of hard to describe the feeling because it's several different things. It's kind of shock, a lot of nerves ahead of time. But now it's just it's a wonderful feeling because I got a standing ovation. The whole place stood up, and I was not expecting that, and that kind of really threw me, and it threw me back to the days when everybody was saying, "Why are you doing this? You know, girls can't play rock and roll." So.
I wish I could say I have a memory that takes me that far back. But yeah, I mean, I kind of generally remember that time, and I was really overwhelmed by it all. Things happened so quickly. And it was pretty amazing for me to find myself traveling around the country and being well received by people all over the place when I'd mostly been playing in Boston.
What woman did you pattern yourself on? There are many women, because, like this thing is like everybody's a temporary caretaker. And I could say Bessie Smith and Ma Rainey and those chicks, but they weren't in my era. But I have to say Dinah Washington. I have to say Billie Holiday.
This is what I do, and I don't, as I said, I don't question it. I don't think it's abnormal. I mix with people who do this. This is where I live and how I work and everything, so it doesn't strike me as a life which isn't what everyone else is doing. So obviously I wouldn't be particularly curious about doing something else. I can't imagine doing something else because I don't get any real pleasure from doing other things.
Perfect example of what we were speaking of earlier is that I started off so big at the age of 19, totally unequipped for it. No experience. Talent, totally undirected. So, I mean, I didn't know really what I was doing at all. In a medium that was totally strange to me. And unprotected. Because the man that I was under contract to didn't think it was important to protect me. Or any actor. So, from that point of view, it was stardom overnight, and then I dare you to live up to it.
We did Europe, went to Europe, and played over there about a month. Scared them to death, I think. And nobody rocks over there. They're all so cerebral. They're really cerebral. Do you know what I mean? England, Amsterdam, Paris, Stockholm, Copenhagen. Seems so natural to me, but I don't know, it's not feminine maybe, that's why. I mean, to get out and really get into music, get on the bottom side of the music instead of float around on the top like most chick singers do. I think they on the top of the melody instead of get into the feeling of the music.
Phrase questions, and there's certain ways to talk about things, but sometimes people's approach oftentimes can be done the wrong way. It's not a sex thing, it's a gender thing, and sexuality and gender are two totally different things. Well, it's kind of different than that, because my body is my body. I've always had my body. I've never felt any different. I've just known that there's been a misalignment with the way people perceive me based on the way I perceive myself, and certain things may be hormonally that I would have liked to have corrected, but as far as it doesn't mean you're all of a sudden this different person when you say you're trans.
When you get in trouble, everybody throws you down. Looking for a good friend, now can be found.